I walked into my garage from my kitchen, and as I looked around at all the things I had to put away, I asked myself, why am I here? Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and all you young whippersnappers, don't deny it, it's happened to you too. Oh, there's my voice. Where was I? Yes, I was lost in the garage. Well, the rumor out on the street is that as you get older, your cognitive skills begin to decline, which means your brain begins to misfire. Well, I'm here to assure you today that that doesn't have to be the case. I did a lot of research recently on how to improve your memory, and I found lots of ways and things that we can do to help keep us firing on all cylinders. And I'd like to share some of those ways with you today that you can put to use today. Now, first, that garage. I read a number of articles that say, don't go through a doorway. That's my problem of going into the garage. It says your brain resets itself when you go through a doorway. So you're in a new scene. So your brain just starts over. And that's the reason you forget what you went into Daiso for. You left your shopping list over here in your other scene. But that doesn't necessarily... So what I want you to do is really remember what you learned on this side of that door over there before you go through it today. Now, I don't know if you ever got in trouble for chewing gum in class. Well, chewing gum helps your memory. I hope you weren't one of those that stuck it under your desk. That's gross. But it's true. It is gross. But at the same time, chewing gum helps your memory. They did a study of gum chewers, and gum chewers scored higher both on short-term memory tests and long-term memory tests. The scientists have competing theories on why that's so, but they all agree it works. So if you have gum, go ahead and chew it. But I'm going to check under the table later. Now I have to admit, I like taking a nap. Well, it turns out I'm doing things right. Taking a nap helps your memory. Now our scientists took two groups of people, and they had them learn a number of items. And they had one group take a nap, and the other group stayed awake. Well, the group that took a nap remembered 85% of the items. And the group that stayed awake only remembered 60% of the items. The moral to this lesson is, take a nap when you get out of here today. Now, one thing I would be remiss if I failed to include it, and that is join a club. Particularly for our guests, joining a club not only helps you form friendships, but they also help your memory. Now, the scientists did say that joining any club would help your memory. But it's my unbiased opinion that joining Toastmasters really helps your brain. And Ginger's going to hand out some stress balls, because that's another item I wanted to talk about. Our scientists say that if you're right-handed, if you squeeze a ball in your right hand, when you're trying to remember something, and then you squeeze it in your left hand when you want to recall it, then that's supposed to help you remember. Now, the scientists did say that you have to squeeze it for 45 seconds for it to be effective. So that means no throwing that ball up this way while I finish my talk. Now, the next thing I'm going to bring up is Ginger's going to... I got yours. Ginger's going to pass out a handout right now, and that is 101 ways to improve your memory. But the papers are all scented. You see, smells help you improve your memory. They help both recall memory and enhance memory. Now, I remember when I was in 5th grade, I remember exploring an abandoned old house. And this house had rough wood on it, and the wood gave off a baked wood smell. And that wood smell I had not smelled for 30 years. And then I come across that smell, and then instantly I recall exploring that house. So smells help recall memory. Now, smells also enhance memory. And 2 of those smells are rosemary and peppermint. And that's the scent that is wafting off your papers right now. Hopefully, the next time you run across rosemary or peppermint, you'll recall this talk. Now, the last item on the list is never stop learning. And that is so true. There are so many ways and things that we can do to keep our brains running on all cylinders, keeping us running smoothly. And now you have many of them in your hands right now. Joe, here I am in the garage, still wondering, did it hit me as I squeeze this ball? Mr. Toastmaster. There you go. Thank you.